and welcome into To Your Health. You know, not a day goes by that you don't see a story either in the newspaper or on TV about persons with mental health problems. It is a big problem in our country today and even in the state of Alabama. We're very fortunate today to have with us Commissioner Lynn Beshear, and you are the Commissioner of the Alabama Department of Mental Health.
Yes, sir. Since July 10th of 2017, so
Wow.
I've been in about 14 months.
That's right. So you hit that first year anniversary.
Yes.
And you know, the interesting thing is the fact that people are always concerned about mental health problems, and it seems like they've escalated recently, doesn't it?
Well, certainly the publicity about them has.
Yes.
And, you know, this is the Alabama Department of Mental Health.
Mm-hmm.
And we are charged with taking care of people with severe mental illness, developmental disabilities, and substance abuse issues.
Mm-hmm.
But because it is the Department of Mental Health, part of my mission has been to try to open up the discussion about mental health. What is it?
Yes.
How do we maintain it?
Mm-hmm.
How do we recognize when perhaps it's not what it should be across the age spectrum?
Yes.
So we're trying to change the conversation a bit and make the Department of Mental Health a gateway to care and a gateway to information about not only what services are available for people who need them, but also how do we maintain our mental health.
And you're headquartered obviously here in Montgomery.
Yes.
But you have branch offices across the state.
We have 5 regional offices.
Right.
Yes. And then we have hundreds and hundreds of local providers.
Yes.
That we
That's very
contract
important.
with. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And we have 26 mental health centers across the state who obviously, because there are only 26, serve multi-county regions.
Mm-hmm. What are some of the early signs that there may be a mental problem going on in someone's life so that somebody can maybe address it and get help early on? Because early on help really does help, doesn't it?
Well, it absolutely does, and I appreciate that question. The number one barrier to mental health care actually is the stigma associated with it. And it prevents people from getting early care, and it also hinders our ability to obtain funding. What are the signs to look for? I would say, you know, maybe a prolonged, let's say, week or 2 change in behavior. Mm-hmm. Certainly a change in appearance, a change in dress, a change in habits, a change in mood that a person has. And you know, Jack, there's a course that people can take. It's called Mental Health First Aid.
Good.
It's an 8-hour course, and think of it as CPR.
Okay.
You know, you take CPR training to recognize when someone is maybe having a cardiac emergency, and you are trained on what to do. It's a 1-day training. You're not a cardiologist at the end of CPR.
Right.
At the end of the mental health first aid course, which is an 8-hour 1-day course, taught by certified trainers who take a very intensive training, a week-long training to be certified to teach mental health first aid. But you're not a psychiatrist at the end of the day.
No.
But you are an informed citizen, and you have some signs and symptoms to look for. They teach you how to approach an individual
Very good.
out of concern, and they teach you what resources are available in your community, your area, to refer people to. Of course, the first thing you do is assess for whether a person is a danger to self or others.
Okay, that's very important.
Imminent danger of suicide or homicide, that is a true emergency.
Right.
That may require law enforcement intervention or acute hospital care intervention. However, most people are not homicidal or suicidal.
Right.
Okay. About 25% of the population in the U.S., in the world, will have some sort of mental health issue in any given 12-month period. Okay. Fortunately, that is not severe mental illness. Fortunately, it's something like anxiety or depression, which are, when recognized, and particularly when recognized early, can be dealt with by changing the environment, or perhaps by some medication, and certainly the professional supports through psychiatry, psychology, social work, depending on the need of what the individual has. So I just wanted to make sure that people know that there are tools
Good.
in the toolkit.
Can our viewers, can they actually go to one of the regional offices and then find out where there's help available?
Oh, absolutely.
Can our viewers reach out to your department?
Well, yes, they can
Good.
reach out to our department.
I mean,
would
beforehand, just
say-
like you say, beforehand, before things get to a,
Right. The best thing for them to do, I think, is to reach out to the local mental health center.
right.
They can go on our website, which has all of the services listed on it if they have access to a computer. But certainly the local mental health center is your first avenue, and they can refer you to their system, or certainly there are private practitioners, private psychiatrists and psychologists available in most, particularly metro areas.
Right. Well, good. Listen, we want to thank you for what you're doing. I know it's, you were considering retiring, and all of a sudden, bingo, you're in this seat, but you're the right person to be in this seat.
Well, I appreciate
Great.
that, and I just want people to know that my philosophy, my goal every day is to provide the very best care to the people that we serve that we are possibly able to do.
Great. Well, thank you so much. And
Thank
just
you.
remember this, that there is help out there and it is available. If you think there's going to be a problem, jump in early, and we'll be right back right after this.